Hi Scorpio, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. Before we start, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So before we get into it, just a few things that I would like to mention. For those of you that donated or pledged to my Kickstarter, I just want to say a massive thank you so much for helping me reach the target way ahead of time as well. I'm absolutely gobsmacked and so humbled and so grateful. So thank you for being a part of it. If you still want to check it out, you can do so on the link in the description box below. On the 10th of December, I will be part of a talk with Achuta Bava on his channel at 6 p.m. UK time and 12 p.m. Eastern time, I believe. So if you want to be there, check that out. I'll put a link to his channel in the link in the description box below. And also on the 21st of December, that powerful conjunction takes place. But more importantly, I will be giving, well, myself and a guest, and maybe even a guest or two, we'll be giving the winter solstice alignment activation session. So if you were there last year, you remember how awesome it was. It's going to be even better this year, and there are going to be insights and information that you will not get anywhere else. Trust me. With that said, at the end of it, I will be culminating the whole session with an FLP session and shooting you off into your own personal future so you can see what comes up for you next year. So if you want to be a part of that, it's $33.33. You can hit the link in the description box below. And yeah, get your seat. Spaces are limited, so you want to get yours as soon as possible, and there won't be any replays, there won't be any recordings. All right, so with that said, let's get into it. Your key to the week is the Chariot card. Victory, success, forward momentum and movement. And the fact that this is the card that kind of governs the whole energy of the week, this is going to be a very fast week for you. You might find that it's really fast paced, maybe that you're pulled in several different directions, but really quickly. It also feels to me as well like there's going to be something that you're going to have to adjust on really quickly. So it's important that you kind of take a moment this week, because I kind of feel like you're going full steam ahead one way and you might end up having to go in a completely different direction, but really quickly. So this week, be prepared to think on your feet. For your actions and options, you have the Hierophant card. All right, so where is it that you are becoming an authority? Where is it that you are maybe challenging the status quo, or maybe deciding or taking a part of the status quo in a different direction? This is really powerful stuff. And because this is your actions and options, this is about what you do. So this is about you really putting your heart and soul into something that you are personally ready to commit to, but it's also going to see you changing. Yeah, I mean, this could be you having a really powerful influence on the way that people view things. So, you know, with great power comes great responsibility, as they say. For your communications and conversations, you have the 8 of Wands. So for a lot of you, this kind of suggests to me that you could be connecting with somebody that is somebody at a distance, so it would like to be over Zoom, etc. A lot of that now. But this looks like you're connecting with somebody that is a real mover and a shaker, maybe somebody that is already known as an authority in their field. This is a really powerful connection that's coming in for you. It also suggests to me, because you've got the Chariot there as well, this is going to be a very busy week for you. There's going to be constant communication, constant back and forth of information. And one thing that I will say to you, a week like this, you want to find some time to rest, because it looks like it's just going to be really busy, like really busy. It also looks like as well, some of you might be taking a trip to either a very rural area or to maybe to, you know, for some of you, this might be checking out land or a place at a distance that you're, you know, potentially buying, which is really nice. For your money and materials, you have the 2 of Swords. This week, when it comes to your finances and your money, please utilize the power of your intuition, right? If something seems too good to be true, this week it probably is. I'm going to be honest with you as well. There may be a point at which, over the course of this week, it may be that somebody tries to sell you something that you don't need. Maybe you go in to buy something and the price seems really, really high. This would be a week to query it. And the reason I say that as well is because with so much happening so fast, I kind of get, like sometimes when you're in a rush, you've just got to do something, and so someone says to you, oh, it's this amount, and you don't even question it. This could be a week where you're overcharged for something and you don't even notice it until later, and it might be to the point where you don't have, you can't go back on it, or maybe you forget or lose the receipt or whatever. So if you're making a big purchase this week, just really consider the price and check in, does that feel right for what I'm getting? Do you know what I mean? Just take a moment to think about it. When it comes to your health and vitality this week, this would be a week where you probably want to focus on your, again, this keeps coming up for you guys as well. This is about your internal waters in a lot of ways, like your kidneys, your filtration system. This would be a good week for you to do some kind of a detox as well. Like this card tends to bring that, but it will bring peace to your situation when you cleanse your body from within. All right. The other part of this as well, when it comes to your home and environment, there's a decision being made about the home at the moment, whether this is to extend it, whether to maybe, if possible, buy more land, around your property. There's something that comes up with this. And it looks like you might have to make a decision, but again, very quickly. It's the Chariot, so usually the outcome's always in your favor, but, just do this week, keep an eye out. And then for your love and relations, you have the Nine of Swords. So this came up for Libra in the same position. So if you have any Libran loved ones, this would be a week to think about your relationships and your connections, because you might have a bit of a now, what I said to them was, and these are very different cards that surround it, so I'm not going to go with that. But for those of you that are single, it doesn't look like a week for love. To be honest with you, it doesn't look like you have the time. This could just be a very, very busy week. Now, for some of you, I have to say this, you could be feeling profoundly single or lonely this week. And if that is the case, I urge you to reach out to your friends, to your people. There's a whole network and community of people here in the comments. So please reach out to each other, keep each other sane and safe in any way, shape or form that you can. And then for those of you that are partnered already, this could just be one of those weeks, when you're like, I love you and I want to be next to you, but I'm just so bloody tired at the moment. You might find that both of you, we get to like 7 o'clock and you both laid out on the sofa like, I love you too. And done. Do you know what I mean? Like there's just a lot going on here. Maybe you all have moving parts that are pulling you in different directions, but you're still going in the same direction in the end of it, right? With the Nine of Swords, you could hype this up to more. So, yeah, I think that's as much as I will say. If you want to get your seat on the Winter Solstice Alignment Activation Session, hit the link in the description box below. It's $33.33. Super affordable, super accessible for everybody. And like I said, you don't want to miss this. All right, with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.